I can definitely say that I think I have finally cracked the code of life by just knowing this exactly one principle to uphold. And that is, in order for you to have something, you're gonna have to lose it. Like just that. Or at least be willing to lose it. Because I'm having this vision of a sea, right? The ocean. For me, what abundance is, which is what we have, all of us in our life, is to have more abundance. And that for me is represented by the ocean. It's like just the infinite overflow of blessings. But at the core of the ocean, before it became an ocean, it was first a desert. Think about that. It was first a desert before it was an ocean. And we and how we would symbolize desert is usually isolation, abandonment, lacking the things. So in order to have an overflow, you must have a draining experience. So that translates well to all other aspects of your life. Like you want people to be more curious of you and to notice you even more. You have to be curious and notice people first and foremost. And psychologically, there's actually a psychological explanation about that, because if someone is curious about you and notices you and sees you as deeply as you want to be perceived, right? Eventually, inevitably, you're gonna be more curious and start noticing that person even more. So that's the cycle of life. And you want to be more interesting, for example, well, you have to be interested in other people. Like that's the thing that you have to uphold, because you want to have more traction towards you. You're gonna have to lose traction and give that to other people first and foremost. And in career, right, you want more momentum. You know what you should do? You don't have, I mean, I guess most people will think that in order for you to have more momentum is to take more action. And while that is accurate, I feel like mo- more often than not, you have to slow down, because the momentum that you want at the end of the day is the momentum that comes from what's actually genuine for you, and that only comes from having to slow down. And you want more money? Guess what? You have to spend more money. And I'm not encouraging reckless spending in here. That's not sort of what I mean. But just based from experience, like when I spend more money, there's more abundance of flow of money that I just inevitably receive as well. And that also goes with working out. You know, you want more energy, you want to appear more young. You have to lose that energy by exercising, by tearing down your muscles in order to be stronger. Yeah, in order to be stronger, you have to fall apart. You have to break. And also, you want an easier life? You gotta start doing the hard things. You gotta have to work hard in order to have an easier life. And I know that sounds counterintuitive, but that's just how it works. And what I mean by hard work is doing the more challenging thing. So let's give an example, right? You want an easier life where your connections, your relationships around you are harmonious, right? And how can that happen? How will that happen? And that's going to happen only when you are courageous enough to do the hard thing, which is to confront people when they act a certain way that you don't like, by cutting off people that doesn't align with you, and also by going after certain connections that you feel are more aligned to you. Like that takes more hard work. So that is more hard work in order for you to have an easier life. In order for you to have an easier love life, you're gonna have to do the hard work. And what is that hard work? By letting yourself take care of yourself first, because it's easier to outsource that love from everybody else. It takes more hard work for you to cultivate that love within yourself first. Isn't that right? You want to be more beautiful? You want to appear more beautiful, look more beautiful. Guess what? You have to accept the ugly parts in you. Yeah. Because what you will find at the end of the day is those ugly parts, that those flaws are actually what make you so beautiful. So in order for you to be feel genuinely like beautiful, you have to accept the parts of you that you currently don't feel like are beautiful. Does that make sense? I know it sounds counterintuitive, but this is the code of life. Like you want to be more mature, you want to be able to have a greater perspective on things, be more mature. You know what you should start doing? You have to take care of your inner child. You have to play more. You have to be childlike more in order to be more mature. Because the most immature people as well are the ones who haven't let their inner child like really take the reins. Yeah. And I know that that's gonna resonate to someone out there. Yeah. And lastly, if you want to be perfect, if you want to achieve perfection, you're gonna have to make mistakes. That's the only way in order to achieve perfection, because you really won't be able to achieve perfection if you're not having trials, right? Because that's the only way that it goes in here in this life. You're gonna have to have trials. Yeah. And so, yeah, I guess that also ties back to the first statement that I have, that in order to have it figured out in life, in your life, you have to also admit to yourself that you have nothing figured out. Like you don't know anything. You can't control everything. But by you admitting that, it's like you have life figured out, because suddenly you don't have to figure anything out. And that's you figuring out your life. And that, my friend, is the biggest paradox of life. That's that's the way this life works. That's the magic code of life. And congratulations if this finds you, because you're finally going in the journey of cracking your life, making your life easier by doing the hard things, being perfect by allowing mistakes to happen to you, and being stronger by letting yourself fall apart, and having more abundance by giving it. This is such a beautiful message. And I am trusting. Oh my god. I just felt a goose I just felt goosebumps on my left leg. I am trusting that this finds the right people at exactly the right time. And so if you're seeing this, congratulations. Yeah, is that it? I think that's it. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you when I see you. Bye.